Well, all eyes have been on the royals this week as the Princess of Wales made her first official public appearance since her cancer diagnosis, attending the Trooping the Colour parade in London. Now, Princess Catherine hasn't attended a public event since December, so it makes this a particularly thrilling event for royal watchers. For more, let's bring in royal correspondent Sarah Hewson. Sarah, I think some of us were a bit surprised to see the Princess make an appearance, but glad to see her make an appearance on the weekend.
Yes. Absolutely, Caleb. A fantastic surprise to see the Princess of Wales out in public for the first time since Christmas Day. She issued a statement on Friday night here in the UK announcing that she was going to be attending Trooping the Colour. And it was a very personal statement. She talked about her ongoing cancer treatment. She's still got a few more months to go. She talked about there being good days and bad days, that she's not out of the woods yet. But this certainly looked like a good day, and it was definitely a good day for those royal fans and royal watchers who had lined the streets of London to catch a glimpse of her. A sight for sore eyes, really.
There was doubt initially over whether she would make an appearance because she'd missed rehearsals during the week. Was that just part of the plan?
There's no firm plan at the moment because, of course, with those good days and bad days, the palace don't want to commit to something that they then have to remove her from. So the rehearsal at the Colonel's review that she was due to be undertaking the previous week, they'd been clear for some time that she wasn't going to be able to attend that. That was a solo engagement, and if she'd pulled out at the last minute, it would have caused chaos. At the King's birthday parade, I guess you could see her as a supporting act. And so if she hadn't been well enough to attend, it wouldn't have changed the fabric of the event, although, of course, it wouldn't have had the sparkle that she sprinkled on it. Kensington Palace had been vague for a few days, a couple of weeks, about whether she'd be coming, giving us a hint. But I think the surprise was that she took a full part in it. We might have imagined she'd just appear on the Buckingham Palace balcony alongside the family, but there we see her taking part in the carriage procession alongside her children, watching the full parade at Horse Guards Parade for over an hour, and then appearing with the rest of the family on the balcony.
Well, she was one hell of a supporting act. I mean, Trooping the Colour is, of course, usually about the sovereign, the king. How did King Charles feel about, I guess, sharing the spotlight, or perhaps even taking a little bit of a back seat in this particular case? Because let's be honest, no one's really been talking about the king the last few days. They've only been talking about Princess Catherine.
Yeah, Caleb, and there's a lot of talk, isn't there, about whether there's rivalry between the royals and who gets the most of the spotlight. But nothing happens by accident. There was that very striking image of the King and the Princess of Wales standing side by side, shoulder to shoulder on the Buckingham Palace balcony. Now, last year, the King was standing next to his son, William. This time, it was Kate standing alongside him, and that was very deliberate. This pair have formed a very close bond. It was already there, but enhanced by this shared experience that they are going through, this shared cancer diagnosis. Of course, they were in hospital at the same time. The King was visiting his daughter-in-law at her bedside. He had said that he was absolutely overjoyed to have her there, and I think that showed, and I think he was more than happy for her to be taking some of the glory on that day.
Sarah Hewson, all the way from London, thank you so much for joining me tonight.